Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to our weekly Meditations for the Soul. Meditations for the Soul are intended to illumine the true nature of the higher self, the soul, and the existence of enlightened beings who are reaching out to humanity at the dawn of a new era. Through their teachings, we become aware that current events in the world are preparing humanity for significant changes ahead. The weekly meditations aim to build a community founded on the love and understanding of the soul, whose divine task it is to bridge the gap between the lower and higher realms of life on our planet. When the objective of meditation is achieved, a bridge of light is established between the physical brain and the soul, thereby enabling the soul's light to be registered by the brain. When the mind is steady and still, higher intuitive levels can be reached. We invite you to join us each week to cultivate this group field and together build the bridge of light to the soul. Our program will last about 30 minutes. Please keep your microphones muted and your videos off during the program. A reading from spiritual elders will be followed by the meditation, which will begin and end with a gentle bell. There will be closing words and music at the end. In preparation for the meditation, we encourage you to focus your attention inward. Let us begin.
Words from spiritual elders. In the coming era, external differences currently dividing humanity into groups along the lines of race, ethnicity, and gender will not exist. Differences will be seen as gradations of light. Education will be based on the premise that every step on the stairway of conscious evolution opens to another portal, revealing greater light. It will be realized in due course that where there are no internal blockages, life and consciousness flow naturally upward toward increasing exposure to light. And it will be understood that responsibility falls upon each incarnate soul to eliminate hindrance to the light and reclaim the vastness of human spiritual inheritance. It is time to add an element to your understanding of the evolutionary path concerning the hierarchy's role. In teachings of the last century, the role of the Brotherhood of Light was often obscured due to the limited development of aspirants and disciples of the time. We are now of the opinion that the time is right to indicate more about our role in the scheme of human evolution and we believe that it is safe to do so within the confines of a group whose members accept responsibility for their progress on the path. Most of you realize by now that you're not alone in your quest for enlightenment. Guides and teachers within the hierarchy are each appointed a group of aspirants or disciples whose progress they closely monitor according to their status within the ashram of a master. In the case of initiates, the master himself serves as the overlighting guide until such time when the initiate enters fully into the ashram. At this momentous point in time, we are drawn even closer into your midst to oversee unparalleled movement into a new dimension of life. Let us state plainly that the hierarchy is not a collective of abstract entities lacking interest in the emergence of individual souls into the light of being. Among our primary missions in the plan of Earth's evolution is to help direct the steps of every pilgrim who sets forth on the plan into the spiritual kingdom, as everyone is essential to the purpose of the planetary logos. Our responsibility is to guide the soul across the rocks and shoals of the path toward mastery in very specific ways. This responsibility has intensified in these latter days of the Piscean age. Let us begin a guided meditation. The soul of humanity is awakening to a degree that has never been seen before. Many individuals around the world are working to build the bridge of light that leads into the kingdom of souls. Now is the time to create a magnetic force that will attract humanity to the next stage in the divine plan. In this time of world crisis, discipleship groups are striving to establish contact with the hierarchy and with one another. When spiritual groups come together, each sounding their unique note in service to the plan, opportunities arise for the hierarchy to inspire minds and hearts to generate greater momentum for the shift into the new era. Learning to work together will infuse the Earth's etheric web of energy with spiritual love. This will facilitate communication between members of the hierarchy and the unified groups of global servers. Every effort made in this direction is a shining example of the law of synthesis taking root in human awareness. Every such effort signals the time when soul awareness will become part of the planetary culture, giving rise to groups working together with a spiritual hierarchy to address the needs of humanity. In the light of this understanding, let us fall still for a few minutes as one cohesive group in meditation. Our planet Earth is said to be on a path to join the group of sacred planets in our solar system, whose consciousness has been elevated by the fires of purification. It is the same purification process we are currently experiencing on Earth today as the life of our planet evolves. To the naked eye of a human being on Earth, the outer form of a sacred planet will appear lifeless, as the living beings inhabiting these planets are incarnate in etheric form. To fathom what this means requires a stretch of the imagination. Imagine being in the company of illumined beings who have surpassed your level of consciousness to such an extent that you are mystified by their existence. Your psyche may register a little of their consciousness, but your mind-brain is unable to comprehend the scale of it, as the gap between you and these beings is too wide. The same might be said about the gap existing between more evolved and less evolved planets. For humanity, still entangled in the dense substance of Earth life, the word sacred planet may have a mythological ring. Nevertheless, the current shift in consciousness is intimately related to this attainment, which lies in the future of our planet. Fortunately for the human race, this gap in understanding is being partially filled by the masters of wisdom, who are guiding us through this transition to the new earth. Their wisdom and understanding is enabling us to intuitively see the way ahead. On this physical plane, a parallel could be drawn to engineers who build enormous tunnels and bridges. They can see what is possible, even though it is unimaginable to the average mind, and they take the needed steps to reach the goal. Disciples today are being asked by members of the hierarchy to bridge the gap in understanding between the human and spiritual realms of Earth in preparation for the shift into the new world. Let's take a few moments together and visualize, from a vertical perspective, the shift from a non-sacred to a sacred planet. What might the new Earth look like? In the words of our elders, we allude to these far distant and seemingly abstract events to provide a wider framework for understanding humanity's evolutionary unfoldment in the new era. Every personality that becomes soul-infused and thus an instrument of divine purpose contributes to the ultimate transfiguring of Earth and all of its kingdoms into a sacred planet. The task immediately at hand is to attune yourselves to the Christ, whose all-embracing love keeps the wheels of evolution turning as our planet begins to undergo the process of becoming sanctified by light. For a minute, let us fall still and join in the light and love of the soul. In this vessel we dwell, a cosmos within, myriad life forms beneath the skin, spirit and matter in a dance intertwined, a symphony of becoming, a rhythm to divine. Elected are we as stewards of this sea. The bodies are ours, not solely me or thee. As caretakers on a cosmic quest, we guide our small ship through life's stormy test. Beyond flesh and mind, a beacon resides, an eternal observer where truth abides, a silent witness amidst ceaseless roars, unchanging, unending, it forever endures. Om. As we return to outer awareness, we give thanks to everyone for being part of this gathering.
Meditations for the soul are offered every Wednesday, Thursday in the Asia Pacific at the same time. For information on the Italian meditation, visit our Italian website at it.atreeoflight.org, and for information about the French meditation, visit our French website at fr.atreeoflight.org. You can contribute to the awakening of the human soul by inviting others within your spiritual networks to participate in these meditations. Invitations can be downloaded from the community page of the website. Let us rest in the joy of the soul as we end with music. Our gathering will now close.